Great day, attractive thinker. Dr. Toni Hatton here, your vision and mindset expert at theattractivethinker.guru. I am delighted to be here to support you with mental health, mental healing, mental strength, and mindset maintenance. I'm actually uh, doing this live stream tonight for attractive thinkers only. I have to make this disclaimer because other than that, the message that I have to share with you this evening would be offensive. And attractive thinkers are very clear as to how we think, how we move, how we believe, how we feel, what our mission is in life, and why we are here. What are we supposed to be accomplishing? How we be. And that's why I need to make this disclaimer, because a lot of people might hear this message, it might cross your social path. And I just want to be real clear. I'm talking to attractive thinkers. What is an attractive thinker? A person with vision. What does that mean? That could mean a lot of things to a lot of people. And the reason I'm sharing this message is because I was asked a question today, and I said, well, let me share this with my community, because maybe people don't understand what an attractive thinker really is. An attractive thinker is a person with vision. If you can hear me really clear, or if you see this video really clear, could you post in the comments section? Because the message I'm about to share, I really want to make sure it comes through clear. So attractive thinkers, I see someone who has just joined us. If you're able to hear me and see the video really clear, just post in the comments section below, and that way I'll know that the message is being heard. So an attractive thinker is a person with vision who can see beyond what they're looking at. Think about that. Vision means a lot of things to a lot of different people. I have a vision board, or I have vision, or I see visions, or whatever that might mean to another person. But to have vision is the ability to see beyond what you're looking at. We're faced with circumstances and situations every day, all day. Are we looking at the particular situation and circumstance that's right in our face that we're looking at? Or are we able to see beyond that and see not just the situation, be it a challenge or an obstacle, but are we able to see really deeply and see the opportunity that's being presented to us? Because life is not about beating us up. It's about helping us reach our goals and growing us up to a level of abundant thinking, a level of purpose that we can be used, our life can be used and expressed in the world while we're here. So vision is the ability to see beyond your circumstance. If we always see our circumstances as a challenge, or here we go again, or when it rains, it pours, or every time I turn around there's something, then we're missing. Number one, we're only seeing it one dimensional. We're missing the opportunity to grow, the opportunity to take the situation and shape it into something that we can use. Everything that's presented to us has something in it that we can use. As an attractive thinker, that's what we do. An attractive thinker is it's a whole community. It's a culture. It's a way of thinking. It's a way of being. It's a way of living. And that's why I say this message is just for attractive thinkers tonight, because it's critical to understand who you are. When you understand who you are, you know how to make decisions. You know how to make choices. You know how to be. You know how to feel. You know how to handle things that come into your space. An attractive thinker is a person with vision who can see beyond what they're looking at, and they have the courage to focus on what they see until it manifests. It takes courage to focus on something that you don't even see. Only attractive thinkers see, meaning once you have that vision and you're able to see beyond your current circumstance, it takes courage to focus on that, because that's not seen by everybody. Have you ever seen something and you tried to get somebody else to see it? There it is over there. No, look. Between the two buildings. No, look behind the tree. No, wait till this car move by. Do you see it now? And they still don't see it. They don't see what you see. It takes courage as an attractive thinker to focus on something that everybody else doesn't see and keep focusing on it and developing it until it manifests. Now everybody sees what you're talking about, right? It takes courage, because 9 times out of 10, you're the only one in your circle that sees it. 9 times out of 10, you're the only one that believes in it. You're the only one that has the guts, the courage to go after it. So think about that attractive thinker. That's the essence of this attractive thinker movement, is to support you in seeing beyond what you're looking at, to give you the mental tools. That's what the attractive thinker movement is all about. giving you the mental tools to stay mentally strong while you're pursuing your dreams and goals, while you're pulling in that thing that only you can see. That's your personal dream. And it takes courage and confidence to do that. And as an attractive thinker, we need mental tools. I mean, people are telling us what to do. They're not telling us how to do it. And they're not telling us what to do with the obstacles when we face when we face these challenges on the path to doing what they told us to do. Think about that. You go to conferences all the time. You go to church all the time. You go to meetings all the time. You sit and you listen and you sit and you listen. And when you go home and try to implement, you hit a roadblock. Who's there to help you get through that roadblock? Who's there to get inside your head? Everybody's roadblocks are different. Everybody's obstacles are different. Their mental challenges are different. Their childhood conditioning is different. Who's there to help you do that? They're not teaching that at the seminar. They're not teaching that at the workshop. Think about that. So as an attractive thinker, we provide mental tools to support you because nobody knows what's going to come up when you begin to pursue your dream. There's some basics and some general things. We can teach, 7 steps to this and 5 steps to that and 3 keys to that. But as an individual, these attractive thinker tools that we share are customized. I had an attractive thinker in a private session with me ask the question like, well, what are the tools that you would use with me, to help me reach these goals? I said, I'm not even sure yet because we haven't started to do our work. I can tell you basic things, but I like customized tools because you're unique. Your journey, your path to getting to where you are right now is totally different than anybody else's. And we really don't even know what tools you need until we begin to move in life. Think about that. Until you begin to pick up speed and have momentum in life, then you know the obstacles that come up. You're not going to know they come up until they come up. You're not going to know what's in there, what's in your way, what those faulty beliefs and limitations are, or what your triggers are, or what your obstacles are until you begin to move forward. And that's a whole nother message right there by itself. Unless you're moving forward, you don't even know what your obstacles are. So sitting and pondering and trying to figure it all out is just not going to work. Thinking that you can create the perfect plan to reach that destination without any, interruptions, it's just not going to work, because only when you begin to take action and move forward is when you start to realize what's coming up. Oh, I didn't know that was there. I didn't know I had to deal with that. I didn't know I had to grow through that. I didn't know I hadn't grown through that. I didn't know I had overcome that already. You're not going to know what's really in the roots, what's really under the surface until you start putting action to your words, until you start moving in the direction that you say you want for your life. So think about this for a moment. I was asked this question today. What is your motivation? And, I knew I didn't have to ponder or think about it. The essence of an attractive thinker, you have to, what is it wakes you up in the morning? What is it that, puts a smile on your face when you get out of the bed and you don't wake up with that default mindset? The default mindset is, oh my God, another day, or got to work at this thing again. Didn't make progress yesterday. I only know if I'm gonna make progress today, or now what? Or I don't know what to do with my life, or which way am I going? Let me get on social media and see what they're doing. Or, well, I don't know. I don't even feel good. Oh yeah, that thing did happen. Something that happened 10 years ago, and all of a sudden it pop up in your mind and you wake up. Man, yeah, you're right. Man, yeah, I didn't feel good about that, or that doesn't make me feel good. Yeah, I was mad about that, or yeah, they shouldn't have did that, or yeah, I regret that. I shouldn't have did that. I shouldn't have said that. All of this default mechanism, all these default beliefs and thoughts and feelings, as soon as you wake up. As soon as you wake up, as soon as you realize you are awake, your body kicks in. Your mind and your thoughts, they kick in. While you're asleep, you're open. Your spirit is open, and your spirit is open to truth. And that's why it's important to implement these powerful attractive thinker tools, because you can make some instant shifts overnight in your spirit, in your mind. You can wake up differently, but we haven't been taught to dress our minds. I posted, if you look at some of the comments I posted below just this week, we haven't been taught to make up our minds, just like you make up your bed in the morning. We haven't been taught to make up our minds in the morning. You have to make up your mind in order to steer your day, or you're just operating on default, by default. You're just operating on how you felt yesterday, or what you accomplished yesterday, or what you thought yesterday. So think about that. You know, I was asked this question, what is your motivation? I want you, to, attractive thinker, to take out your attractive thinker notebook, and I want you to write this down. Write down the answer to this question. What is your motivation? What makes you excited to get out of the bed in the morning? What drives you? What puts that pep in your step and makes you feel life is worth living? It fills you up. What is that, right? So I have a lot of mental tools that I use to motivate me, because being an attractive thinker, automatically you're self-motivated. You don't need nobody standing over top of you telling you what to do, telling you the next step. Okay, you just finished step 3, and they say, okay, you finished step 3, now it's time to finish step 4. You don't need nobody in your space to tell you that, because you're a leader of your own life. Think about that, attractive thinker. You know what the next step is. You know how to take the lead. You know how to take action. You know how to implement. You know how to multitask. You know how to get it done. You know how to take a project and an idea from the beginning to completion. You don't need anybody to tell you that, right? So what is your motivation? I was asked that question. And one of the things that I've shared with my private clients on several of our sessions, during several of our sessions, and in our private groups, is when I go to a funeral, you know, people are doing a lot of different things. They're mourning, they're greeting family members or friends they haven't seen in 20 years, and, you know, they're viewing the body, and they're sad, or some of them are crying and things like that. The first thing I do when I go to a funeral is I get the obituary. When they hand it to me at the door, I sit there for the first 15 minutes with my head down reading the obituary. And because I want to know, I know the person, the body is laying at the front, you know, but I want to know what life they lived. You know, what did they do with the life they've been given? I'm really interested about that. And most of the time, the general ones you read, they left behind a certain number of children or grandchildren, or they have surviving aunts and uncles and grandparents and things like that, or spouse and things like that. And then they go into some of the things that they did, what schools they went to, right? And they go into some jobs that they've held, or if they had a business or something like that. And then they go into some of their life aspirations, or some of their favorite sayings, or some of the things people remembered about them or thought that were funny, or things like that. And I began to read these obituaries. I didn't always use this as a motivating factor, but I started noticing it and paying attention to it, you know, because it's amazing how, and if you go back through some of my Facebook posts, I posted this because I was supporting attractive thinkers and getting their books out. And I said, you're either going to write it or you're going to be written. And when you see an obituary, most of the time that person was written because they didn't write it. Think about that. That means somebody else is writing their perspective of your life while you were here. And unless you're intentional, like some of the leaders recently who have passed away, and they plan their own funerals, unless you're intentional like that, and you're writing out what you want to say, and you're saying who you want to speak and sing and attend your funeral, then somebody else is doing that for you. And how many times have you seen and heard that done? Family members running around looking for pictures and looking for the aunt so-and-so who used to do this, and she knew this about so-and-so, and what was her favorite color, what kind of clothes she wanted to have on in the funeral and all. You know, unless somebody really plans out their own funeral, people are running around preparing an event for someone based on what they think about them, or how that person affected them, or what they got out of that person's life, or what they saw out of that person's life, or how that person's life reflected in the world. That's just somebody else's perception, right? So I was reading these obituaries, and I keep them. I don't go to funerals a lot. I only go to specific ones, and I keep the obituary because it's a reminder, number one, that we are not going to be here forever. It's a reminder. If that's not enough to motivate us as attractive thinkers to get up and start creating what we're here to create and enjoying and experiencing this abundant life, then I don't know what is. I keep the obituaries as a reminder. I read through them, and I started looking at people's lives. And at first I started educating myself. I said, well, I would like for more than that to be said about me. I don't want to go out of here saying, well, Dr. Toni really could make that macaroni and cheese. Out of all that I've been through in my life, just to go out being known as making great macaroni and cheese, that didn't sit well with me, right? Or, Uncle Joe, he really was funny. Yeah, that's cool. I like to laugh too, but I don't want to go out here being remembered as just somebody who made people laugh. Where's the impact? Where's the part where people can tell how you have exhaled your spirit and your energy into the world, and you've expressed yourself, your gifts, the essence of who you are. You lived a full life. Where is that at, right? So I began to read these obituaries, and I started taking notes for my own life. I said, I want this to be said, and I want that to be said. And once you decide what you want to be said, guess what? You got to go and create it. You leave the funeral, and you're on your mission. And you don't have to know. You don't have to ask, what is the plan, or what is my purpose, or what I should be doing. Start right there. Because people aren't just going to say nice things or wonderful things or transformational things about your life that you did in the earth if you didn't do it. They're not just going to get up there and say those kinds of things. You have to actually do these things. And that's what this attractive thinker movement is all about. Supporting people with dreams and transforming their lives. Why? So you can create, live, and leave a legacy that speaks when you no longer can. You want your legacy to speak. You don't want to just create it and leave it. I want to create it and live it and leave it. I'm not doing all of this just to leave it for someone else. I want to enjoy what's coming out of the way I express myself in the world. I want to enjoy who I am becoming and being, who I'm being now. I want to enjoy this abundant earth that we're living in. I want to express the dreams on my heart, the things that I want to do with my life. I don't want to get caught up in a rat race and give all my life and energy to something and leave me on the back burner. Think about that. Your life is to be expressed and experienced. As an attractive thinker, this is what we do. And in order to do that, you've got to have mental tools in place. You've got to go deeper. In order to have what's in your heart, your life has to be transformed. The mind has to be renewed. And you need support and accountability. These are things that we can't do on our own. So people ask me, what is my motivation? My motivation is, I don't want to live and die and not fully be. Right? I've said this years ago. I was at a mastermind meeting, and they were asking us to write down different things about ourselves. I forget what the actual question was. And I said that, like they said, what did you want out of life? I said, I want to be who God created me to be when he said, Toni, it's time to be born. There was some thoughts into that. We are a thought manifested. There was some thought put into me being who I am, me, all of my parts coming together to create Toni. So what were those thoughts? There was an intention in place, and I want that. That's me fully expressing, using my highest potential, being all that I can be. Because we're not finished. We don't even know all that we can be. All we know is that we have to keep moving in that direction. Think about that. My son posted on Instagram today. He's always posting his beautiful photography on Instagram. And it was a staircase at the college where he is. And it just continued. And in his caption on the picture, it said, there is no top. There are just always new heights for us to grow to. And I'm paraphrasing. But it was a powerful statement and an amazing picture because it's true. There's no destination. This is about the journey. This is about who you're becoming. Think about that, attractive thinker. When we think about having motivation to get up in the morning and start creating our lives, when we think about, I don't want today to look like yesterday, even if you're successful, you don't want today to look like yesterday, because then you can get comfortable with that and you're stunting your own growth. And you're not reaching your fullest potential, because if you can accomplish that, you can accomplish more. Think about that, attractive thinker. So when you think about motivation, think about the fact that this place is not your home. You're not going to be here forever. You're passing through here. So not only how do you want to leave it, how do you want to live it? What else do you want to experience? What else do you want to have? Who else do you want to help? What else do you want to create? Focus on these things and then focus on how you want to lead here. Think about that. What would you want people to say? What is the real legacy that you're leaving? What is not, you know, of course you're not a people pleaser. You don't care about people's opinions about you, you know, but what the perception, what aura are you giving off? What are people getting from you, your energy and your spirit? When they see you, think of you, or see your name come up on the phone or get an email from you, what are they thinking? Think about that. What is the first thought that comes to their mind? This is what we do as attractive thinkers. We're not surface thinkers. We have the courage to dive into the deep and get to the root and the source and the reality and the real essence of who we are and why we're here and what we're supposed to be doing. So find your own motivation. What is your motivation, attractive thinker? If you're getting up every day and you're not too excited or have an expectation, or you're just going through the motions, book your strategy session, your Get Unstuck session with the Attractive Thinker. You see my links here on the Facebook page, www.theattractivethinker.setmore.com. That's a link right to my calendar. You can get on my calendar. I offer free Get Unstuck sessions to get you on the right path and to share with you some of the resources that we have to really help you. You know, 30 days have already gone by. If you didn't accomplish it in the last 30 days, what makes the next 30 days look any different? Think about that. If you struggled the last 30 days to accomplish it, what's going to be different going forward for the next 30 days? And this is how we can get stuck in a cycle of not accomplishing. And before you know it, a whole year has gone by and we haven't done anything more than we did in the beginning of the year. But not for attractive thinkers, because we're action takers, we're risk takers, we're courageous, and we're strong. And we know that we can accomplish. We know we're meant for more. You know, if you're like me, you just can't get used to the routine, the mundane, the mediocre, the same old, you know, same old conversation, same old people, same old environment, same old feelings, same old thoughts. You just can't get used to that. You're used to new. You're used to more. You're excited. Like, what's next? I can't wait to see how this is going to turn out, or what's in store for me here, or how I can help this one, or how this is going to work, you know, or who I'm going to become, or how this is going to feel. I can't wait to experience that as an attractive thinker, because we understand it is a great day to be alive. You hear me say that all of the time. It is a fantastic and amazing day to be alive. So stay motivated, attractive thinker. If you're not, find your motivation. Everybody's motivation is different. Find what motivates you and hold on to it, develop it, use it every single day to get you going, to fuel you, so that you can continue to create, live, and leave a legacy that speaks when you no longer can. Dr. Toni Hatton here, your vision and mindset expert at theattractivethinker.guru. Don't forget to get your free gift at theattractivethinker.guru. It's a free gift. Turn your problems into your solutions. Remember, attractive thinker, you hear me say this all of the time. My life's work is to make your life better. It is not what you're going through. It's how you're viewing it. Think attractively. I'll see you soon.